Well everybody, this is my 2005 Toyota Sequoia Limited 4x4. I've had it for about 9 months. It has 316,000 miles on it. But today I'm going to be focusing on the paint. I'm really excited to be working with a local company to get this nice and shiny and brand new looking. Well, hello everybody, my name is Marty. This is my Sequoia. Like I said, I've really been focusing on suspension, wheels, tires, timing belt, water pump, all kinds of maintenance and a little bit of mods for this thing, and it's just perfect now how it's set up. This is a more conservative build just for better gas mileage, and I don't really need it lifted much higher than this. It's kind of perfect how it sits, and I'm really happy with it so far. It's looking good other than the paint. I'm fortunate enough to be able to work with a local company. I'll have the company info below in the description, and we'll have it on the screen here as well. Now, they did my Scion XB probably about a year ago, and then I ended up selling that vehicle. They really made it look brand new, even though the paint was very scratched and kind of faded. What RestorFX does, it fills in all the scratches, so it's a chemical bond that makes your clear coat like new. And if your base coat is fine, which you can do touch-up paint, then you put RestorFX over, and it's going to make your car look brand new for a lot less than getting a repaint, which repainting the car can cost a ton, and you can only detail the car and paint correct it so many times before the clear coat is gone. So what RestorFX does is essentially give you a new clear coat that's harder than the original clear coat. So you're almost like starting over with your clear coat, getting rid of all the scratches and everything like that for an awesome price. And locally, they do this service here in York, Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna be working with them. It's one of the things I had put off on this vehicle, but it really needs it. Being an older vehicle, it does have a lot of mileage, so a repaint's just not really worth it. You know, I maybe have $8,000 into this, how it sits, and I really didn't want to put too much more money. A repaint could cost $4 grand for this thing, where RestorFX would be under $1,000 and make the car look brand new. In addition to getting RestorFX applied, they're also going to take out some of the dents and dings that I've kind of seen on the vehicle, and that's going to make it look even better being a black vehicle. So in this video, I'm going to show you the before, kind of all the imperfections on the paint, the scratches, the dents, the dings, and then we'll show you the after, and you can kind of get an idea of how this product works and what this company would be able to do for you. Now, for RestorFX, you have to be an authorized center. So if you're in the southern Pennsylvania area, York, Pennsylvania, just an hour north of Baltimore, they can do that for you in this area. They are the only one in this area. But if you want to get RestorFX applied, you can find a place in your area. So let's take a look at all the imperfections, and then I'll drop this off. It'll probably take 2 or 3 days to get everything done, pick it up, and then I can show you the results. I'll just go across the car and kind of mention some of the scratches. We have a scratch on the hood, a scratch here, a scratch there. We have a big scratch here that was filled in, so I'm hoping they can do something about that. We also have a couple light scratches here. We have some paint missing here, which hopefully they can do touch up. There's also a ding in the door right here that's kind of always bothered me since I got it. This can be fixed with PDR, paintless dent repair. They are pretty good at that. They did that with my Scion and it came out great. And then back here, the bumper is just really rash. I'll probably need a new one. And if I did do a bumper, I'd probably do like a metal one for off-road with a tire carrier. Those look really cool. It's just, don't want to spend the money right now. This is supposed to be a budget build. Back here we have more scratches on the bumper. I probably just have to replace the bumper, like I said. Some light scratching here. There's some heavier scratches here. It looks like it might be down to the metal. So touch-up paint, RestorFX, that'll fix that. Also have some like pitting here. It's very strange. Rock chips in the back. I'm not really sure how that got there. This is actually pretty clean, but here we have a bunch of touch-up paint. We have some scratching here. I don't know if there's a ding in this door, which is good, but there's some like way heavier scratches here. Looks like somebody maybe took a key to it, but they're not down to the metal. Looks like it still includes the clear coat, so I'm confident that can be fixed. And then of course just some like light scratches here and there. And this is an old vehicle. My idea for it when I got it was to go off-road, so I knew scratches would happen, but I would still like to get it reset, and I'm really happy to be working with them. The frame was redone, the frame's very clean. I did all the fixes and modifications that it needed. There's maybe a few little things it still needs. Just some scratches on the front bumper, some paint missing there. There's a paint touch up here. The hood, the top of the hood where the grill is pretty hazy. And then we also have a pretty big scratch there. It's plastic, so I'm not sure they can do too much about that without me replacing the bumper. But hey, anything helps. Anything's better than what it is now. Well, those are some of the imperfections on the paint of this vehicle. I believe I missed some of the dents. They're pretty small. There's probably 3 or 4, plus all the scratches. And this isn't the worst vehicle I've ever seen, and it's really not super bad. It's just RestorFX is really going to make it look brand new, just like my Scion was. And I'm really excited for that because this is a great option if you don't want to repaint. It's not really worth repainting this thing if there's just a few dings and scratches. Why not do RestorFX and then be good to go for years and years? We did a one-step correction and it made it better like it is now, but I'm worried with this old clear coat, it's gonna start fading and breaking down as well, and there's only so much left. So RestorFX is gonna fill in the scratches, give us a new harder clear coat, and it's never gonna be perfect unless we sanded the whole thing down, replace panels, replace the bumper, but it's gonna get you like 95% of the way there. I think it's just a great way to go. It's way more affordable rather than paying $4,000 to a body shop that might prep it wrong and then the paint flakes off anyway, or polishing your clear coat till there's none left. So it's a great option. Really excited to see how it's gonna look. I'm gonna go drop this off in the next few days, but with the magic of YouTube, you'll get to see that in this same video. Here are some videos that were sent to me as the Sequoia was in the shop getting RestorFX applied. It just made me more excited to go and pick it up. All right, so it's a few days later, and here I am at Jackson's Automotive Makeover Service, also known as RestorFX York. And my vehicle is right inside this door here in this bay. I can't wait to see how it looks. So you've seen the before, so now let's check out the after. All right, and here we are a few days later at RestorFX York with my 2005 Sequoia, and it almost doesn't look like the same vehicle. The black is so deep, it's so shiny. It's what I knew was going to happen, but I almost didn't expect it. You don't expect it to look this good. This looks brand new. Now, RestorFX is a clear coat repair, so none of these panels were repainted. But I showed you in the before some of the problem areas. So now I can show you kind of the after of those. Here there was a bigger scratch that was pretty deep, and you can slightly see it because, again, clear coat repair and some touch-up paint, you can only go so far. This panel would need sanded down, repainted, re-cleared, and that's just a lot of work and money. But this looks really, really good without spending all that money. This is an awesome way to repair it, especially on an 18-year-old vehicle with all this mileage, 316,000 almost right now. So front looks really good. There wasn't really many problems there. A couple rock chips and light scratches. Here was the real big problem area. That looks really good. This was touch-up paint. This is down to the metal. There's like these chips, and that's just, I would have to get this whole thing sanded, repainted. I'm not doing all that. It's not really worth it for a vehicle of this age and mileage, but RestorFX is, and I mean, look at this thing. So you will see some of that little pitting. That's not a big deal to me. It's an old vehicle, and this still made it look a lot better. And then back along the bumper in this area, and then up front, we had some scratches on the hood, which are very, very, very faint now. There was this big nick in the plastic of the bumper, so obviously that can't be fixed, but it is way less noticeable. We have some rock chips that had touch-up paint and then RestorFX, and you can barely tell they're there. That's awesome. The driver door had that big, deep scratch with touch-up paint. I mean, it's like half of what it was, and it looks like a little line now compared to the big kind of indent that was there before. And then moving back to the rear driver door, there was a ding in here, and now it's gone. They actually repaired all of the dents and dings on this, which makes it look that much better. The big, deep scratches, of course, are just not gonna come out. All the light scratches are filled in, and you can barely tell they're there. And then back here in the quarter panel, there wasn't really much, but let me show you the bumper because that's kind of the craziest. I don't know if you remember how the bumper looked. If not, just rewind the video. But this was really bad. There were scratches, there was touch-up paint, some polish. It was just a mix of things. And I kind of told myself, yes, I will need to replace this bumper, but look how good it looks now. You can barely tell that the scratches and indents are there. And yes, I'll probably have to still replace the bumper. This kind of might help me hold off for a while. And this is what I was really excited about. This was just not good condition, this hatch. And you can look at it now. Obviously, there's some of this pitting. I really don't know where this came from. I don't know how this happened in its, its previous owners and life. Here we are, without me having to replace the hatch or repaint it. We got some touch-up paint, we got the RestorFX. Everything is way less visible. I can put the Toyota logo back on and it'll just pop, and everything looks really good back here. So with all that said, let's pull this thing outside and take a look at it under the sun, and then we can hear from the owner of RestorFX York and kind of see a long-term example of how this holds up. So I'm here with the owner of RestorFX York, Doug, and he has this Focus that has had RestorFX applied 27 months ago. And so we're gonna take a look at how this holds up over time.
So this is a 2013 with 142,000 miles. 27 months ago, we did our RestorFX application to it. Since then, it has sat outside every day, being exposed to the sun. As you can see, the metallic flake is standing really strong and just keeps rolling along.
So these are the kind of results that you can expect long-term to the vehicle clear coat when RestorFX is applied. It holds up, it shows the metallic, especially in this color car. It's actually a metallic black, whereas my Sequoia is kind of more of just a gloss black, so you're not going to see that metallic. But in this vehicle, you can really see it, and it really comes through with the RestorFX and that nice clear coat. Your clear coat should be clear, not all scratched up, and this is the way to do it. You might notice on camera that these panels look different, and that's not the RestorFX. That's actually because this door had been repainted. So here's an aftermarket paint or a repainted panel. It could be the OEM paint, we don't know. And then here is the OEM paint. So you can see the OEM paint's just a little bit lighter, but with RestorFX over both, it's gonna be looking fresh and brand new like that. And really the only difference is because of the repainting. So if you wanted to fix that, you'd have to repaint the whole vehicle, and for most people that's just not worth it. So now we have it here in the light outside with the sun hitting it directly. You can see how shiny this looks. It's pretty crazy actually how brand new it looks. It's shiny, it's glossy, it's a mirror reflection. It looks like I had the vehicle repainted and I didn't. It was just clear coat repair. Here is a testament to RestorFX. I'm really happy how it turned out. It looks great on my vehicle. I'm excited to drive this now, and it's just gonna look fresh and brand new like that while having that harder clear coat. So in the future, I don't really have to worry about my clear coat breaking down, my OEM clear coat fading, cracking, anything like that. Like there's a fresh application of RestorFX, and it's gonna protect it and look good for months to come. As you saw on the Focus, that was 27 months. Well, we're starting with day one here. So for many more years, this vehicle, even with all the mileage it has, is going to look great. So if you're in the area and you'd like to have RestorFX applied to your vehicle, definitely contact RestorFX York. They can do the paint restoration, scratch repair without repainting. That's really the big benefit of this. You can repair and restore scratches, scrapes, swirls, scuffs, oxidation, fading, paint chips, and they can also do trim moldings and headlights. And then you can also get ClearFX applied, which is a ceramic coating. So that's something a lot of car people might know a little bit more about and are used to, a ceramic coating, but RestorFX is not a ceramic coating, but ClearFX is. RestorFX, you want to learn more, I'll have all those links in the description. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep those wheels turning.